What up, everybody? It's April Dawn. Let's talk about it. This is Greenleaf Season 3, Episode 4. Good episode. Jam-packed with stuff. I have some thoughts about May's position, but let's talk about it. We see May. She's at Maxine Peterson's church. Maxine Peterson is Patti LaBelle, y'all, not Elanya Van Zant, which I thought was earlier, early in the season. Maybe I confused her. I thought I saw her in the preview, but maybe I'm just tripping. But this is Patti LaBelle. Her church is beautiful. She had one of those super huge churches. I'm from Houston, y'all. I'm not from Houston, but I live in Houston, the home of mega churches, okay? So they have churches like this all over the city. Big, huge, giant churches, beautiful, like super technologically advanced. Like there's giant posters of her hanging from the walls, honey. There is, a screen on the wall where she's giving you a good word, honey, and singing you, if you've been blessed, feels like heaven. Oh, if you've been blessed, feels like heaven. I said, you better sing, Patty. She goes in to talk with Maxine, and Maxine will tell a girl cancel her massage, bossed up. Oh, you hear what I'm saying? Bossed up. So she like, girl, kick your feet off. You need to sit down before you fall down. Kick your shoes off. Let go of that first lady facade and tell me what's tea, sis. And she like, girl, listen, I just want to come and tell you were right. I should have never married James. I should have went to divinity school. I should have handled my business. You know what I'm saying? I'm sorry. You were right. And she said, well, you was chasing that dream. You wanted to be with your man. Well, you should have been chasing the Lord. That's what you should have been doing, sis. And she's like, well, why are you here? And she's like, well, I want to start my own church. I want to go back to school. I want to get my degree. And she like, girl, start a church. You got a perfectly good church. Why would you want to start a new church? And she say, listen, I see all the bishops, when they leave their wife be scraping around here, scraping for a piece of bread. And they stay at the church, girl, they living good. They eating, sis. Okay? She said, what you need to do is take that church. Your husband is the one who decided to go cheat. Your husband is the one who did X, Y, and Z, so let him leave. You can clean up what's going on with that church and have it be all yours. Now, this lights a fire under May. She liked that idea. And then we cut the credits. I was like, yes, this how we do it. This how you start the season. May comes back home, baby. She got a little pep in her step. And Simone and her are planning the Bishop Roundtable party. Apparently, they have a party every year to thank the Bishop's Roundtable for all that they do for the church. And she says that, to her surprise, Jacob and Clarissa are coming. So she's all, like, why are they coming? Like, they never come. And then she goes upstairs, and James is up there, and he's in her shower. She's basically like, nigga, why you in my room? And he like, listen, the guest shower is acting crazy, you know what I'm saying? So I came up here, I'm about to get out your way, you know what I mean? But she's like, why is James and Clarissa coming? He was like, well, they family, they should come. And Clara hasn't written that check yet, and you know how much she loved Jacob, so let's just put on a good show. And then he tell her, break a leg. I said, you bastard. No, you didn't. Don't do May like that. Don't do her. Clarissa and the family, and Jacob and Zora, they getting ready for the party. And Zora, let me tell y'all something. They better than me, because Zora would have got punched dead in her mouth at this point, okay? Because Zora is tripping. She disrespectful. You the one who's stealing, but yet you got an attitude. Girl, that's the problem for me. That's the major problem. So they getting ready. And, she still got an attitude with them. And she tell him, listen, you need to respect. Clarissa telling Zora, you need to respect your grandmother's house. Don't come up in here with all that foolishness. You do what you're supposed to do for once. And she's like, I'm not going to disrespect their house and all of that. She snatched. She said, you need to fix your attitude before you end up in boot camp, like I talked about. And she was like, whatever. And when she leaves, Jacob is like, all of a sudden, now he's soft, talking about somewhere, you can't be threatening her with boot camp if you're not going to do it. She said, it's not a threat. It's the boot camp that's up in Oregon. They have X, Y, and Z, and he like, I don't want to do all of that. I don't feel like that's right. That sounds like some crazy white people stuff or whatever. I don't feel like we should do that. They kind of just agreed to talk about it later, I guess. And so Gigi and Darius are getting ready, and she like, people gonna be asking you questions. You don't never come to church. You're gonna have to come to church at some point. And he was like, well, I'll just tell him, I'm watching football, or I just tell him this, or I just tell him that. Like, I don't know what is the deal with Darius avoiding church. My thing is, even if you don't go to church, you can go to church 1 or 2 times. Your girlfriend is a pastor, my nigga. Like, you think you not gonna ever have to go to church? How are you gonna work with this man if he never goes to church, girl, and you a home pastor and you love the Lord and you heard his cry? How? But he's come up with 1,000 excuses, and he say he ready for it. At the same time, Kevin is calling Charity. Sis been gone, talking about she on tour, child. And he calling her. He like, forget this. I'm about to just call the police. And Aaron is like, wait, just give her a few days. That's when you call the police, you taking stuff to a whole new level. That is his mama. So, give her a minute. Wait a minute before you call the police. Guests are starting to arrive for the Bishop's round table, and Bishop's friend, I don't know what his name is, but he comes over. He's apparently not a churchgoer, and he owns like a mortuary or something like this. So he says, apparently this is the person who introduced May and Bishop. So he's there, and he like, why you call me here? Basically, I'm trying to make a last play for May. I messed up really bad, and we've been having a lot of problems. So May comes in and interrupts them, and she's like, oh my God, so now he there, and Jacob and Clarissa gonna be there. So she like, what is going on? After she relive a little old memories with homeboy, he go outside and get a drink. She tells Bishop, whatever you trying to do tonight, it's not gonna work. Okay, we is done, boo. We done. For all these little theatrics you about to put on, you save it for somebody else. We at the party. We in full swing. And Clara is asking Darius. She questioning Darius about who is he, why he ain't been to church. Just lightly friendly banter. May comes over and kind of takes her away. And Kevin shows up. Gigi sees him, and she go to kind of cut him off at the pass and like, what's poppin'? What's going on? Because he just got a T-shirt on. This is like a formal event. And so he's like, listen, I'm looking for Charity. And she like, well, she on tour. She quit, but she went back. And he was like, nah, she not on tour because I called Jabari. I finally got in touch with him. And, he said that she's not on tour anymore. So where is she? She not answering the phone. She like, okay, well, just chill. Let me call her. So she called Charity, child, and Charity is sitting by the pool at a hotel somewhere. Charity is the most annoying. Oh my God, she's the most annoying character on this entire show. Like, they must be going somewhere with her story arc. They must be making her annoying for a reason, because there can be no way that one human being can be so freaking annoying. Like, I'm just, woo, child, she get on my nerves so bad. I don't really even know why. She's just like, she's like a baby. I mean, I guess she is the baby of the family, so that's how she acts. She act like a baby. Like, she just act like, if things not going her way, she gets upset. Instead of trying to persevere, instead of trying to, move on with your life, like, you getting upset because your husband is gay, he don't want you, and now your boyfriend broke up with you. So you're upset. I understand you being sad, but girl, you rich. You can have a lot of positive things. So why are you so focused on this one thing? And why don't you just go sing, heifer? Go sing somewhere. Go make an album. Go do something, girl. But sitting up here whining and crying over these two men who don't want you, girl, it's just kind of productive, and it's annoying as hell. So she's sitting by the pool being regular annoying. And, Gigi is like, girl, where you at? She's like, I'm on tour. She was like, girl, you ain't on tour. Like, sis, what's the tea? And she like, girl, what I'm saying? It didn't really work out or whatever. So I'm just, I'm taking care of business. That hoe say, she say, I'm TCOB. I said, what business you taking care of, girl? Where? So she like, I'm taking care of business. Kevin did what he wanted, so I'm just going to do what I want too. So when Kevin did it, it wasn't okay. So why are you doing it now? Gigi is, where is the baby? She like, girl, they got trained, registered nannies here. Don't be trying to act like I'm a negligent mother. Don't do that. And Gigi is like, listen, Kevin want to talk to you. And when he goes to give it the phone, she hang up on him. I said, this hoe is... Ooh, child, she is, oh my God. So Kevin like me, I'm finna call the police. I ain't got time to be worried about this girl. And Gigi is like, listen, you had your moment. You went off and did what you did. You know what I'm saying? So just give her a beat. Just like wait, because he like, it's been a whole week. I'd have told Gigi, kiss my ass, I'm calling the police, okay? And so Kevin, he walks out. You don't know what he gonna do. At this party, Clarissa and Jacob are debating about Zora and what they're going to do. Basically, she says it's not a boot camp. It's like a professional behavior modification camp where they have like counselors and people who are trained to deal with tough cases like Zora. And he's like, I just feel like there's some white people Blair Witch Project type stuff, and I just don't feel safe, and I don't feel like we should be sending her to the middle of the woods, to pick flowers and whatever he said, sit by the creek, whatever he said. So he was like, we just got to find another way. So they're going back and forth because Clarissa, she ain't really... Clarissa is a submissive woman, so if Jacob say no, it's going to be no because he the husband. But you can tell that she really feels like the girl need professional help, and I do too. Okay, because basically she like a battered woman at this point. May interrupts them while they talking, and she says that, you know, why y'all looking so sad or whatever. She noticed that something is wrong because they play it off to May when she, you know, when she comes in. So she walking with him, and she walking with Jacob, and she like, what's going on? Tell me what's happening. He like, listen, you know, Zora is stealing out the collection plate. You know, we caught her doing that. So May already know what's done happened before. So she like, listen, why don't you just send her to me for a little while? You know, she wouldn't disrespect her in her own house, girl, or so you think. That child is out of control. I'm sorry. It just is what it is. Ain't no help for Zora. She needs to go to the boot camp, in my opinion. Bishop, hold on, let me make sure I'm in the right order. Yeah. Okay, so Bishop gathers everybody together, and he gives this whole speech about two being better than one, and how that he want to thank the round table, the Bishop's round table, for everything that they do. And he has one more thing he has to say. So he gives this whole speech about May and how, you know, she lit his path, and he thought he was going to be alone ministering. And so for the rest of his life, he intends to spend it all with her. And she cries because she know he probably mean what he say, but she like, you done did all this stuff to me, and you know what I'm saying? Like, she love him. She do love him. So she does shed a tear. And I was like, girl, you changing your mind? Like, I don't want them to get divorced, but you know, I guess it is what it is. At the same time, Rochelle walks into the party. I said, Rochelle here, she about to kick up some shit. Rochelle talks to Gigi and Clara. Small talk. She just small talking with them. So May is over there with Bishop, and she tells Bishop, you need to get rid of her. You need to take care of her. Or he tells her that he gonna take care of her. And Darius, and when Rochelle walk away from the group, Clara is like, oh, she's such a nice woman or whatever. And Darius say, baby, he sipped that tea just like we did, okay? Bishop comes over to get Rochelle and pulls her to the side and tells her that he asked her for some space and she shouldn't be there. He was like, you know, it looks bad. And she was like, well, how would it look if I wasn't here? She's still a member of the church. The whole round table is here. Nothing happened between them. He called her to the Biltmore to talk to him. And knowing that she in love with him, he held her in his arms while he told her that he loved his wife and all of this. And he hasn't been clear. And he was like, listen, I'm sorry, you know, if I haven't been clear. If I gave you a chance or a reason for hope, you know, I apologize. And so I think that on the Bishop's part, this was very, you know, honorable. The right thing to do. I mean, he did lead the woman on. He did call her to the hotel. So being a grown man, he should be able to admit, you know, I shouldn't have did that. I apologize if I was leading you on. But I want to be with my wife. You know, we trying to work our problems out. So honest, he told her the honest way. So Rochelle Avenue to get into the Bishop is not working. So she gets upset, and baby, she's getting ready to leave. She walks right by Lady May and don't say anything to her, honey. I was like, May look pleased. She looked like, girl, he put you in your spot. As she walks through the crowd, everybody else is looking. So this is starting to, you know, little rumblings, you know what I'm saying, about what's going on. You can tell that the people are noticing things that's happening between the Bishop and May. So Bishop goes and tell May, you know, listen, I got rid of her. You know what I'm saying? I did what you asked me to do. And May is pissed. She says, why are you even talking to me? Okay, because clearly the business you have is with her. I told you, you and I are done. I was like, ooh, she really serious. Child, he was on the wall like, girl, you know I love you. Woo, my God. As Rochelle is leaving, she pulls Clara to the side and she questions her about, you know, what she is doing at the church, like what the church got her doing. And Clara was like, girl, you is a nosy hole. She was like, well, you know, it's a personal matter between Bishop and, you know, and May and I. And she said, well, you know, I'm not your money manager, but I would just tell you to vet, you know, the situation before you put your money into it, just to make sure that you're protected. So she dropped that little nugget to Clara just to kind of, you know, throw a wrench in the game. Zora and Sophia talk, and she tells Sophia that she's not a thief. She didn't steal the money or whatever. And Sophia like, where you got that money from? She's like, it's leftover birthday money. And so now she a liar and a thief. So her and Sophia and her boyfriend leave Zora to go take a walk by the park. Connie, that's the lady name, gray haired lady. Connie comes over to Gigi and she asks about Kevin. Kevin left. Okay, well, why did he leave? I wanted to talk to him. Well, what did you want to talk to him about? Well, I wanted to talk to him about why he left the church, and, you know, his son is still a member. Why he don't come to the church? Well, probably because he's not welcome because of, you know, who he is. Well, you know, he can come to the church. Yeah, he can come, but he have to hide who he is. And why don't we become a member of the Open and Free Coalition? And I kind of feel like this was like a PSA a little bit for the churches of America. I belong to a Affirming church. I feel like everybody should be able to go to church, and I feel like God should be the judge of you, right? Whatever you do, good, bad, or in between, because we all have sin, okay? So you might have your feelings about that, but I feel like personally, you know what I'm saying, you should be able to come to church and worship, and nobody should shun you from church because of what you are, you know, whatever. She feels like they should join the Open and Free Coalition, and, you know, her and Connie kind of go back and forth about it, and she said, you know, I just really keep praying for you. You have that old habit of agitating for every underdog but Jesus, and Gigi tells her every underdog is Jesus. I was like, girl, you better read that old lady, okay? Because Connie too damn nosy. In my opinion, she needs to mind her business, okay? Mind your business. Back with Jacob and Clarissa, Jacob tells Clarissa that May wants Zora to come and stay with her, and she like, I don't know. He's like, she's gonna keep her in check just like she did us, and she like, just like she kept Faith in check. And he was like, don't do that. Don't go there or whatever. And she was like, my problem is you discussing our family business with your mama. And he's like, she family. I would just rather her be with the family instead of going to some Blair Witch Project in the woods or whatever. Clarissa do not agree with this, and neither do I. Jacob don't know what he talking about. Your sister ran away from home. Your other sister got molested, and your other sister out there sitting on the pool with her baby, drinking cocktails at 2 o'clock in the afternoon, and you just got yourself together, child, because you were just hoeing around on your wife. So your mama and daddy pretty much didn't know what they was doing, and though they have a lot of faults as parents and let a lot of things slip through the cracks. So why would you want your daughter, who is out of control, who take every chance she can to be sneaky, to be a liar, to deceive people, to do all type of things, think she gonna come in this old lady house and not try to break the rules? Like, come on now. You know, May can only do so much, and she have her own problems. But I guess this is what it's gonna be. Clarissa is like, listen, I'm ready to go. I'm finna get my kids. I ain't got time for this. Sophia and her dude are kissing in the car, and, you know, she trying to rub him on the leg. I mean, he trying to rub her up on the leg or whatever, and she kind of stops him. And he says, you know, he not mad. He just going home. So, you know, the boy got the blue ball, so now he going home. So Sophia goes upstairs and tells Zora that, you know, she feel like he want to have sex, but she want to wait till marriage because this is what the Bible say in X, Y, and Z. And so she sees, because when she walked in, Zora was on a computer, and she was like, well, I was just looking at something on Netflix or something like that. Sophia sees the computer. She says, oh my God, she see that she chatting with somebody. Oh my God, I can't believe you still talking to Isaiah. He loves me. She was like, girl, he hit you in front of a party, in front of everybody. He loves me. I said, girl. Laura started going off on Sophia, telling her that she embarrassed by her. She embarrassed to be her family. You know, she used to have so much fun before she knew her. And, you know, she embarrassed her at the cotillion. Girl, this boy bust you in your face in front of everybody, but your cousin embarrassed you. Girl, stop. Girl, Zora is throwed off. Okay, and it's time to knock her right off this high horse of privilege that she's so comfortable sitting in and talking to everybody like they crazy. And she started, wearing her low. You suck the life out of me. Every time I see you, it's Jesus, this is Bible, that. I'm starting to think you don't even believe, because why you trying to convince everybody? She was like, I'm not trying to convince everybody or nothing, girl. I'm just happy to be happy. Do you even know what that feel like? And that's when she said, you know, before I met you, X, Y, and Z. So they stand up like, you know, she finna do something. And I was like, Sophia, you better stand up. Like, you let her know you ain't no punk about yours. Okay, so Sophia stand up too, like, what you gonna do? And she's like, I could really slap you right now. And Sophia was like, slap me, girl, slap me. Let's see how well he taught you. I was like, girl, you better. That knocked Zora right down, knocked them down one peg. Because, girl, you ain't tough. All that tough talk you doing, you ain't about that action. So Sophia and her start pushing back and forth like they're gonna fight. And Clarissa breaks it up, and she's like, what is going on with y'all? What is the problem? Then she sees the computer, and she sees that Zora is telling Isaiah that when she make 18, she gonna move out and they gonna be together and blah, blah, blah. And she like, girl, if you think you gonna move out when you're 18, you crazy. And Zora like, you not gonna have no control over me when I move, and da-da-da-da. And she like raised her hand like she gonna do something. And Clarissa grab her hand like, girl, I will thrash you in this room. Who are you raising your hand at? And she like, nobody gonna be able to control me. And she walk out the room. I said, girl, I would have pushed her. I would have pushed her. Oh my God, I would have fought my child. I just can't even think. Like, I don't even know. Like, this is why I don't have kids, y'all, because I would have realized went to jail for child abuse. I would have jumped on that girl and beat her down to the floor. I don't even know. Like, what would you do in that situation? Parents that are my followers, what would you do if your child was acting like this? Because I almost feel like a beat down wouldn't work because her boyfriend beat her down. And she love him. I feel like they don't need to go to boot camp. Straight up. Or she need to be, what they call it, locked up, straighten up. Locked up, where they put the kids in jail for one day. That's what she need to go. I'm tired of Zora. Child, she can go. Like I said, her and Tyreek trash. Both of them. Clara talks to May and tells her that, she want to get her money manager to go over the little deal that they making to make sure that everything is good and that she protected. Now, May got that look on her face like, man, why you said that, girl? You said that, okay? She like, oh, Lord, what we gonna do? The next day, we see that Gigi is looking at the news, and there's an article, there's an IRS probe that's going up, and Bishop is named on the list. Connie comes in the office and says that, would she be able to run the church? Basically, she might be asked to step up if things keep going bad with her father and her mother and, everything that's happening. And my thing is, this is what I don't like about Connie. She come into the office and then she insult the woman, okay? She insults her. And then try to say, well, will you run the church? Well, I wish I had a better option because me and you are different kind of a Christian. And, I wish I had a more biblical option, but this is what it is. Girl, you about to not have no job in a minute, okay? What is your job? You need to get rid of her. If you head of the church, she need to be the first person to go, okay? Bye, Connie. We don't like you. We don't see it for you, girl. Gigi is looking with that stupid look on her face like she might have to take over. But see, I think that May gonna want to take over. And that's gonna be the problem because they already don't like each other. So I don't know. So Clarissa and Jacob drop Zora off at May's house. I don't think this is gonna go well because she gotta force them to give him a hug, and she's like, I'm gonna get through to her, and I'll call y'all later. You can tell that Clarissa is really upset, and her and May have a moment. They hug each other, and she's like, I promise, I'm gonna try to get through to her. And then we see Charity. She at the hotel, baby. She is singing, I will survive. Whoa, as long as I know how to love, I know I'll stay alive. And I've got all my life to live, and I've got all my love to give. I will survive. I will survive. Hey, hey. And she's singing at the bar. She having her a good old time with a drink in her hand, the baby in the stroller right next. I said, child, this is a hot ass, desperate, pitiful mess, okay? So she having her a good time. The lady's like, oh my God, your voice is like X, Y, and Z. Oh my God. And the police come in to talk to her, and they didn't arrest her, but they just said, you need to come with us. And the lady was like, oh my God, I knew you were somebody famous. And Charity standing up there with a dumb look on her face. And that's how the episode goes off. So, I personally think that Zora is trash. Pure trash. I'm tired of her. Like, I really wish they would just send her to boot camp because I'm tired of her whole storyline. Because if you my thing is all this jumping up attitude you have with your whole family, you still gonna let this boy bust you across your head. Like, girl, I cannot. You still running behind this Negro. I can't. Okay? So, number one, Zora, she can go. I feel like Sophia, like I said, she gonna have a crisis of faith because, she gonna want to be with that boy. And I feel like that's normal teenager stuff. I mean, kids get to 16, 17, they're gonna want to have sex at some point, so I feel like that's something she gonna have to deal with if she gonna be pure life, till she married. She gonna have to be upfront with him and let him go on, if he don't want to be with her. But I don't want her to feel, but I think she is going to feel the pressure. So hopefully she don't succumb to the pressure if she really don't want to do it and stand by her morals. So I think that's going to be a dilemma for her. Plus her and Zora are never going to be the same because Zora is the type of person who lashes out whenever somebody, asks her or, questions her about her life. She lashes out and says the worst, most horrible stuff to other people, okay? And I feel like Zora is the type of person, like I said, who have to hit their head against the wall to know that it's hard. And all of this coddling they doing with her and trying to help her is not going to help her, y'all. She ran away from home. She stole money out the church. She already ready for the hard life. So let her go out there and get busted in the head and move in with her boyfriend and live in a Roach Motel. Let her do something illegal and let her go to jail and see what this life is what you want. Okay, right now she comfortable. So she can talk to y'all crazy. Let her say something to somebody crazy that's going to punch her in her mouth. And see how that work. I feel like Darius and Gigi, although I don't really like their relationship because it just seemed like they have no chemistry whatsoever, but I think that's just the actors. But I feel like Darius is just not equally yoked. He don't go to church. He don't even feel like he have the desire. It's really no expansion in that storyline of, okay, why he don't go to church other than his wife got killed. And that's it. They haven't explored that. So for me, I'm not really invested in him, and he can go as well. I feel like this whole thing with Clara and, now that the news is out, the Clara ain't going to be giving y'all her money. Okay, Clara going to be like, nah, I'm going to keep my coin to myself. And now I feel like Rochelle's plan is going to start to, it's going to start to combust because now she can't get in to Bishop on the whole love thing. Or maybe she can because now May has made up her mind that she don't want to be bothered with him no more, that she's really going to leave him. So maybe that will give Rochelle her in. I hope that it doesn't, but it could. Like I said, I can't see the previews, so I don't know, what's going to happen next week. So I want to hear your thoughts about the episode. I'm sorry this review is kind of long, but it was a good episode filled with a lot of content. So I want to hear what y'all think. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and you can share my video with all your friends. If you want to follow me on social media, you can. My handle is @WhoIsAprilDawn. All my pages are private because I'm a professional and I just can't be having any and everybody on my page. So, you will have to request me if you want to follow me on Instagram, on Twitter, or on Snapchat. Okay, so follow me now because I'm a hot girl. Okay, and I'll holler at y'all next week. Peace.